I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We still at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove.
Wait, who's doing it? We didn't even talk about who's doing it. Welcome to the Eric and Brad Show. It is January 1st, 2022. Woo! Raise the roof. Daddy didn't go shoot his gun last night, so we're entering 2022 in a little bit better way as we did 2021. Happy New Year. I'm Eric. This is Brad. How's my beautiful baby boy doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh my God. So good. So good. Well, let's talk about it. New year, new Brad. What's happening?
Enough with the fucking fireworks last night, people. Jesus Christ. Boom, 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 boom. It's like they're going off on my roof.
Man, this is I'm having deja vu right now. I remember this same episode start like 6 months ago, 5 months ago.
Oh yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Enough with the fireworks, people.
It's like, yes, you swiped your credit card and purchased fireworks. We understand. We get it. You bought fireworks. You took some of your beer money and purchased fireworks as well. You've made that clear. It's fucking freezing temperatures out. I can't believe it's 2022. Fuck.
They're trying to heat the atmosphere around North Dakota. You should be happy with them. Trying to fucking change the weather patterns.
Okay, well, yeah. Shoot them into the clouds or something. Boom.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Now you're feeling a little different about it. You're like, fuck. Sell your beer. Let's get some more fireworks around here.
Yes, fireworks. It's so pretty and fun. And then there's some fireworks store on Facebook that's like, we're open for fireworks now. You've never seen someone sad lighting fireworks off before. And I'm like, I bet you I could be sad and lighting off fireworks.
You are the only person. Yeah. You could be sad doing just about anything.
Yeah,
so.
I take your challenge and I'll fucking raise you. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, Happy New Year, buddy.
Hey, you too.
Are you excited? 2022 is here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like it. I do like a new year. I mean, I don't know.
Does that mean the president's been the president for 2 years, right? When is the inauguration?
It was a year ago.
It was a year, 2021?
Yeah.
It's at the end of 2020?
I think it's mid-January 2021. After the November election. So literally 1 year ago today, Trump was still the lame duck president before inauguration. It kind of feels like it's longer.
I thought they were always 4 year on even numbers. Why am I?
Yeah, the election.
Right now?
The election was 2020 November, so the next election will be 2024 November. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, the election. But yeah, and COVID is kind of we're creeping up on that 2 year mark. So that's
so wait, rewind real quick. All through history, whenever we talk about presidents, we always say like, whatever, 90 to 94 or 80 to 84 or whatever it is. Yeah. They actually weren't really president until 81 to 85?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
After the election, they'd be president-elect, and then you have like 2 months of a transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone didn't pay very much attention in government class, so we have to learn here.
Yeah, so we have a lot longer. Did you get drunk last night, run around?
I get drunk every night, but I did not run around. I sat by myself, alone in a room.
Mm-hmm. Are you still in Denver?
I'm still in Denver, and it's not like North Dakota, but it's changed a lot. There's snow on the ground now, so...
Nice.
It started snowing for New Year's Eve. I had to drive real quick last night before the snow started. I still haven't switched my tires over. So, I was like, shit, I better go before it starts getting all crazy out here. And went and stacked up on some pizza. I had 2-for-1 deal at Papa Murphy's. So, good for the weekend.
Wow.
And then went to the liquor store and made sure I had enough beer for the weekend.
Just living like a single man.
Priorities. Yes, exactly.
Well, I got a new job.
Did you?
I did. Yeah. Pretty exciting stuff, huh? I'm working for the state. I'm working for the state now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The state of D's nuts?
No.
I don't know where we're going with this.
No, the state of North Dakota. They hired me, and I quit my other job, and I got this new job. And I'm in charge of marketing for tourism, the tourism department of the state. So they gave me, my first assignment was to get a nice pitch written for to sell people on booking their next vacation in North Dakota. If you want to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, here it goes. Are you feeling sad, sick, sleepy, and stuck in your stale, smelly, and sluggish 9-to-5 office job? Are your kids driving you insane and your wife's phone keeps making Snapchat notification noises and she won't tell you who she's snapping? Meanwhile, she always says her friend James from work is really funny. Are you fed up with life and the way things are going? Come to North Dakota. We have luscious rolling hills and wide open fields where nothing can grow because of the bad dirt and shitty weather. We have beautiful brown rivers and lakes full of leeches and possibly some spilled oil for you to enjoy all summer long. Call 1-800-VISIT-ND to book your next vacation to a single-story drafty motel full of sex offenders and people trying to overdose. Does your idea of a good time include sliding through intersections, screaming racial slurs at the black ice while your cold coffee flies out of your cup holder and spills all over your phone and passenger seat? Do you like drinking Busch Light inside of a detached 2-car garage at an apartment complex with women 20 to 30 years older than you and their daughters while listening to Leonard Skinner and playing beer pong with the beer in the cups while it's 0 degrees outside and you can't feel your fingers? But you have hope. Maybe you can sleep with a woman twice your age and maybe even her 19-year-old daughter that's also there and just opened a fresh can of Copenhagen, but she has 3 more hours to kill until she needs to pick up her kid from her baby daddy's single-wide. So there's a chance you might get lucky. Call 1-800-VISIT-ND now. The first 10 callers to book a trip will receive a free bottle of Jack Daniels and a carton of Camel Wides to help you feel like a real North Dakotan. Are you recently divorced? Looking for a new woman, a hot summer fling? Unfortunately, the ratio of men to women is 50-1, and the locals consider losing your virginity as getting drunk and sticking your dick into a snowbank. Does your idea of a fun winter getaway include temperatures reaching negative 40 degrees that burn your skin and freeze your pets? Have you always wanted to learn to ski or snowboard? Sadly, we can't offer you any ski hills, but you can go cut a hole in a frozen lake and stick your head in the hole and scream for God to kill you now. Call 1-800-VISIT-ND. Do you want to get bent over and fucked in the ass by Frosty the Snowman? His dick is an icicle, so by the time the cops show up, it will have melted and the rape/murder weapon will be nowhere to be found. Do you enjoy a nice cool breeze on a summer evening? We have that too. We have mild tornadoes that come dangerously close to town and wake you up with shelter-in-place phone alerts and golf ball-size hail that damage your car and work truck and lead to 4 months of bullshit repairs and insurance scams, not to mention seeing your life flash before your eyes and your coworker texting you that he's panicking and going to shove his family into the crawl space like it's Nazi Germany because the tornado is bearing down on them and he doesn't want his kids to die. Call 1-800-VISIT-ND now and don't miss out on your chance to visit the hidden gem of the Midwest where the possibilities are endless. Are you a writer looking to get away to some peace and quiet and write that next best-selling novel? Come to North Dakota. You'll get plenty of practice writing and rewriting your suicide letter. Don't forget proper punctuation and grammar. Looking to experience more cultural diversity? North Dakota is 87% white. Want to expand your culinary palate and hear new styles of music? Call 1-800-VISIT-ND. We have over 3 different country music stations, and you can drive 45 minutes to Burger King to catch food poisoning. Does your wife like to shop at places like Target, Costco, Hobby Lobby, or Best Buy? With just a quick 2-hour drive, she can enjoy all these lovely retail stores. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-VISIT-ND and let your much-deserved next vacation be a cold one.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Shots fired.
Dude, you're going to get fucking promotions writing fucking ads like that.
Shots fired.
Governor's office, anybody? Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I apologize.
What do you think the governor's mansion looks like in North Dakota? Like a trailer park on stilts or something like
Yeah,
that?
exactly. Yeah. Like a 2-story trailer in a trailer park. Shots fired. I apologize to the locals. I don't think it's bad to be proud where you're from. I think my sort of subconscious strategy is just to talk so much shit that one of the locals shoots me. Because if someone was talking that much shit about Idaho, I wouldn't be happy, but guess what? I'm at a war. I'm at a war right now between me and the weather.
God damn it.
What is wrong with
You
you?
have a funny bone. Ow. Son of a bitch.
Fuck.
That was good. That was good, Brad. I'm not going to lie. That may be the best skit you've ever done. I'm really happy about that one.
It'd be funny to make it at a clip with like a slideshow.
I already
slideshow.
wrote it down. There's going to be a YouTube clip just off that one. Very good. Let's all give Brad a round of applause. Woo! Yeah.
I like a couple of those. I like call 1-800-VISIT-ND to book your next vacation to a single-story drafty motel full of sex offenders and people trying to overdose. That's good.
My favorite one was the writer one, where
nice.
you could get plenty of practice writing your fucking suicide note. That one made me giggle.
Yeah, the other day I was telling Fox I wake up like 2 hours before work, and he's like, "What the fuck do you wake up that early?" I'm like, just rewriting my suicide note every morning.
Oh, that's so good.
And I like this one. This one really came out of nowhere. I was like, does your idea of a good time include sliding through intersections, screaming racial slurs at the black ice? I was like,
yeah, that one's pretty good. I like the Frosty the Snowman one too. The Frosty the Snowman one was pretty good.
I thought of that while I was walking around outside.
Oh, God damn it. Good job, Brad. That's really good. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I've been heated up. It's been heating up. You've been cooling down. I've been heating up. I've been getting real heated lately.
Oh, what?
You know why I've been getting real heated lately?
Why?
Why don't you take a guess at how much out of my gross pay, what the percentage is that I get taxed? How much money do those fucking assholes take away from me?
38%.
Just take a guess. 37 fucking percent.
That's close.
Almost dead on there, Brad.
Wow.
I get double taxed here, which I think is fucking the most ridiculous bullshit on the planet. I get taxed from Oregon and Colorado at the same fucking time.
Really?
They both take their greedy little fucking fingers and go, no, that's my money. And they fucking steal that money. And then Oregon's over there like, no. He lives over here. I'm gonna take some money. And he'd fucking take some money. And then the federal government fucking whoop. And they're like, no. And then they pull some fucking money out. And then I'm paying fucking sales tax. And then you're paying property taxes. The more and more I think about it, it makes me so fucking mad. People need to get drug out on the streets and fucking murdered. I'm dead serious. Fuck all these fucking people.
Eat the rich, the 1%.
Dude, come on. It's just like I'm down with taxes, but at a certain point, like, and especially when they're like, oh, fucking, I'm paying like California taxes right now as if I was a multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? And I'm not a fucking multimillionaire. I'm definitely on the low end of the fucking pay scale. Maybe not bottom, but I ain't fucking even close to the top. I'm definitely not in that club. They fucking boot my ass right out of that club. They're like, no, get out of here. You don't belong here. But yet, when the government walks by, they're like, well, you're fucking rich as shit. We're just going to take a bunch of your fucking money.
Your cash cow.
37%. That's just state taxes and federal taxes. That doesn't even start touching how much money I have to pay in property taxes, sales tax. And those are just right off the top of my head. I mean, there's a bunch more taxes in there. Bunch more taxes. By the end of the day, almost 50% of my money is going to taxes. 50 fucking % of my money is going towards taxes.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. It's bullshit. And really,
Well, like sales tax is normal. Normal states.
Well, it's not normal. Okay, so this is how it works. Oregon, you don't pay sales taxes because they increase property taxes. That they just switch it off. And it's under some guise, I guarantee, it's going to make it easier on the poor people. You know what I mean? So we'll just kind of put the taxes more on the middle class people instead of the low end people. Because now they don't have to pay sales taxes. The only cool thing, the real big cool one in Oregon is buying a car. Because you don't have to pay taxes on the car. Because there's no sales taxes. That's the neat one. That's the only cool one you really appreciate when you go to buy, is that you don't have to pay taxes on the car. But now I'm in a state paying sales taxes for everything I fucking buy because I fucking live here. But Oregon doesn't look at it that way. Do they take away the property taxes I have to pay? No. That shit stays there. And they're still taxing me in a state I'm doing nothing with. It's just that I fucking hate them. I hate them all.
Almost half of your month that you're working is going to taxes.
Straight to the government.
That's crazy.
And don't even get me started on overtime. You fucking start working overtime, they all went and they stuck their greedy little hands in, and then they turned around to go fuck someone else, and then a little dinger goes off and goes ding, and it goes overtime, and they all turn around. And they're like, you fucking hear that? And they go running back to the wall, and they go, and they steal some more fucking money. Those dirty, I fucking hate them all. I hate them all. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, no more. I don't want to work any overtime. My new rule is no overtime.
It's fucking pointless. It's usually you want to cap off at 8 hours. Just do 8 hours overtime, stop working. You do not work 20 hours overtime. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just kind of that theory. Now, I was talking about this the other day with someone, and I kind of came up with this theory. And when it comes to this shit, these aren't conspiracy theories. These are fucking facts. When there's this much money involved in me, I won't even listen to anyone's argument that I'm wrong. I know I'm fucking right. These conspiracies are true because they're all greedy little assholes. And they're doing everything they can to suck the fucking life out of you. And it's always, and this is why one reason I really hate Democrats is because everything is all these unicorns and popcorns and shit. And it's like, no, it's no, I get what you're saying, but your government officials, the people that are pushing for these things, they're not doing it for the butterflies and popcorns and unicorns, all that shit. They're doing it for the money in the end. Because there's a lot of money in the end. All this shit has to do with money. No matter what a Democrat says about green energy, about saving the earth, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just to impose more taxes, more laws, so that they get more fucking money.
Yeah.
And then you all fucking support it, you fucking blue douche canoes in your fucking states, and your governors are just laughing their asses off. Like, ha, 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 ha. Like, okay. Here's my conspiracy. I know it's true. It's not a fucking conspiracy. Oregon has this thing. So have you ever drank a soda before? You ever popped one of those little things and sucked on a little soda?
Yeah, I think so.
And you see that little thing on the top of the can.
Yeah.
And it says Oregon, and it lists off like 12 states, Vermont, blah, 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 blah. And it's because in Oregon, you pay a stupid fucking deposit, a insane deposit on your can. 10 cents a can.
Okay.
Think about the money on that. It's a lot of money. It ends up, and that's also water bottles too. 10 cents. You buy a 30-pack of water bottles, you're paying 10 cents a water bottle. Think about how fucking high that jacks up a case of water bottles. It's a shitload.
Well, I thought that was for if you take them to a bottle deposit and you get money.
Okay. Listen to just hear me out. Okay. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I'm not done. So now let's rewind. Let's rewind to a time before bottle deposits. And you're the state of Oregon, and you're just sitting there rubbing cocks with all your other fucking friends, you know, in your mansions, and you're just laughing at all the peons that you tax out the ass over property taxes, and you okay. Then one day Johnny walks in, and Johnny's like, hey, I got this idea. I got a fucking great idea. It's oh my god, you guys are gonna love this idea. And they're like, well, Johnny, tell us more. Johnny's like, okay. So you know how everyone's all up in arms about recycling? Like we need to recycle.
Yeah.
Yes, Johnny. Yes. Well, and we know it all ends up in the landfill anyways. Yes, Johnny, but let's not talk about that. Okay. And he's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a deposit onto every can, every bottle in the state of Oregon. Actually, nationwide, we'll print it on there just to add our little stamp. You know, just one more step, like Oregon rules. Fuck you. Okay, and then they're all like, yes, Johnny, yes, tell us more. And they're like, everyone in the state is going to pay 10 cents more for the can. And they're all like, yeah, and we get the money. Yes, we get the money. And then this is the guys. We're going to say it's going to encourage the people to recycle. Yes, Johnny, but we know recycling's stupid because it all ends up in the landfill. Yes, Johnny, we're not talking about that. Okay, so then they're going to bring it back. And we're going to give them their money back on the deposit. Yes. Well, I don't like that part. Oh, no. That's not the genius part. This is just a numbers game. Because we know that at least 50% of the population is not going to put their bottles back. We get to charge 10 cents. And then let's say there's 1 million people. 500,000 of those people aren't going to take their bottles back. We're just going to fucking pocket that shit. The bottles end up in the same fucking place anyways. And we look like we're fucking doing green energy bullshit when nothing has changed at all. Nothing. No, nothing. You didn't save a fucking turtle by fucking putting this in your recycling. The fucking recycling company takes a different truck, backs up to the landfill and goes, fuck you, dumps it in the landfill. And all you fucking little Oregonians get to just jack off on each other and just like, oh, we're saving the earth. We're saving the earth. No. You're making, it's just an extra step to fucking make politicians more rich. Go fuck yourself. I hate all of you.
I'm saving the earth.
I swear to God.
I'm saving the earth. I thought that it's actually recycled, though.
Some is, but it's very little. It's like 10 to 15%.
Oh. And I didn't think are you sure that they charge then 10 cents more a bottle?
100%.
I didn't know that.
It says when you go to Safeway, you know how it itemizes everything on the little screen? When you do any bottle or anything, it goes ding-ding-ding, and it'll go, you know, for $17 or whatever for this. And it'll say $17.99, and then as soon as that scans, it'll go, and it'll go, deposit tax, and then it'll fucking $3. Oh. Bam! Throw it at you, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, $3? It's like, well, yeah, you're paying a deposit. And then my ass, I'm not going down to stand with those fucking homeless people. Have you ever been to a bottle deposit?
No.
It's fucking horrific. It is horrific. It's disgusting. So I guarantee you the numbers are about 50% of people don't do it.
Easy.
So think about the money there that they just got to.
It's just another little.
And then they also get to say they're helping poor people. Well, and then it also helps poor people because then the poor people are going to be going through the trash and it just gives them extra money. It's just this guise of look how good we are and look how awesome we are to poor people and we're saving the earth. Has nothing to do with that. Nothing. Every fucking thing these bastards pass has nothing to do with saving the earth. Nothing to do with any of that bullshit. It's all money. It's how we can steal money from you. And if you're just a normal fucking person, they just love taking your money. Just love taking your money.
Yeah, you're a cash cow. And I blame all politicians, not just blue ones. Because that's what my argument when people are like, you know, the Democratic presidents are good guys.
But the worst is the blue always hides behind how good they're doing for the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Red people usually don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like their stance is usually we're going to keep the economy afloat.
Yeah.
Like we're going to keep interest rates down, economy afloat, blah 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 blah. To me, that's less of a lie. You know what I mean? That makes sense. That's something you could get behind.
Yeah, but they still want to get rich.
They do want to get rich.
Yes.
They do want to get rich, but they're not like hiding it from. They're not. To me, they're not hiding it from you. It's like they're openly like, yes, we like money. And we love being rich.
Yeah.
We're going to focus on banking. We're going to focus on 401ks. We're going to focus on this shit.
Yeah.
Whereas blue people are like, no, man, it's fucking green. You got Bernie out there fucking, we're here to take the world. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, yeah, you don't care about money at all, don't you, Bernie? And he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, go fuck yourself.
That's what people be like, the Republican presidents are bad, Democrat presidents are good. And I tell them, I'm like, they're all the same, because none of them are going to do something that's going to hurt their bank account. Like, if a president or a politician takes a stance, they're doing it because they think it's going to benefit them. They're not going to do something that's going to hurt their career. I don't
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. No one does things like morally, like because it's the right thing
strategic.
to do.
It's all strategy. It's all strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And if you believe that shit, you're high. You're absolutely ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
like I mean, I like the whole Met Gala thing when all those fucking people showed up. It's like, you fucking douche canoes.
I know.
Paying $10,000 a ticket to get in here, and you act like you're all about poor people and shit like that. Tax the 1% as you pay $10,000 to go to a party.
Yeah.
You're an insane person. You're not an insane person. You're extremely smart. You've just manipulated a huge swath of fucking people, and they're all just buying into that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of psychopath would want to be a politician? Are you saying that out of each paycheck you get, there's Oregon and Colorado taxes? Wow. Because I think it happened for me before.
It's called double taxation. I started reading up all about it, and it's completely fucking legal, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Because I think it's happened to me before, but it wasn't like out of every paycheck. It was at tax time when I was in like North Dakota, and they were like, "Yeah, Idaho wants its money too now." Or I was in Idaho.
So you weren't just paying out of. So whoever your HR or people doing your office shit, yeah, they just fucked you real hard. Because, yeah, my office people are like, "Hey, we're gonna take this money out because you are gonna get taxed. So let's just take that tax out now."
That's crazy.
Which I don't. That's something it's a little change of a topic, but my parents always said that, and I don't know if I could live this way, but it makes sense. Is my parents are always like, you don't want to owe money, and you don't want to receive money at tax time. You want it to be dead even. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because why give them money when you can just use that money all year?
Yeah.
But then it's almost like, why pay any taxes then throughout the year and just pay your taxes at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Honestly, because then you have the money, you have the assets, and
Yeah.
And it's like the only reason you're paying it out of your paycheck is so that you don't get fucked at the end of the year. But I mean, if you're smart enough, wouldn't you just not pay taxes out of your paycheck?
Yeah. Yes, you would. Because people say it's more beneficial to you to be like an independent contractor and then pay that money at the end of the year and just budget it quarterly and put it away and then pay it and not be taxed all year. So if you were, because I worked for a place where it was like we were all employees, everyone was an employee, except one guy had a deal with the owner where he was his own business and the owner was just paying that guy's business. So then at the end of the year, he had to pay all his taxes. Even though we were all employees except for him, he was independent. He had his own company set up or whatever. It was like a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
But we all don't get that benefit because you can't go to Walmart and be like, I'll be a cashier, but I'm in my own business. Like, it doesn't work like that. But if you were doing it or something, I don't know, or people out here in the oil field, it's financially better to like be your own company and then pay those taxes.
I don't really know all about that shit, but I do. It does just make sense to me keeping your own money. Because, I mean, how much money... I mean, I'm paying around $25,000. Well, so this year, let's say you make fucking $80,000 at 37%. That's like $30,000. That's like $30,000, somewhere in there. It's somewhere in that ballpark. $30,000 that you could have. So throughout the year, let's say halfway through the year, that's $15,000. You could take that $15,000 and figure out a way to make money off that $15,000.
Yeah.
And then if you could at least make 20% of that money, then you pay the $15,000, bam, you walk away with $3,000-$4,000 in your pocket. Bam. Win-win.
Yeah.
That's what the government's doing.
Exactly.
They want that money all year long.
Yeah.
They're like, just don't even get me started. So this whole thing, I was going off about this with someone, and then that just I'll do a real quick one. I won't get into this, but this, I was just all week, I've just been getting so mad at like government entities and or really, really big companies that either banking, 401k, financial shit, like all these people that take your money, like let's start with the easy one everyone knows. Banking. Everyone has a fucking bank. Those worthless pieces of shit act like you were so lucky for you to bank with them. It's like, dude, we need to honestly, we need to somehow unionize as people against bankers.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
That's what crypto is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're gonna get into crypto here in a second because I've come up with a lot of thoughts about cryptocurrencies. So we need to unionize against fucking bankers. I don't care. It just makes me so mad. And the same goes for financial people, like 401k type deals. Like same deal. Like them making you feel like you're so lucky that like they're doing you this benefit. Like, oh, it's, you get tax-free money when you retire. It's just such a good deal. It's like just in my company, I'm just going to throw some ballpark numbers out. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to say we have 130 employees all paying into a group. So like our company hires a company and then that company, you're in a group of people. So there's 130 people, let's say roughly. Out of those 130 people, we're invested into this group. Let's say the median number that everyone's invested from the brand new people to the 20-year people, let's say $300,000. You know what I mean? So what's $300,000 times 130? So that's 30 million, 40 million dollars. It's like around $40 million or something like that.
Okay.
That's $40 million that they have.
Yeah.
And the same goes for banks. It's the same deal on a astronomically bigger number.
Yeah.
The amount of assets that Wells Fargo has.
Yeah.
But that's the bullshit thing is they don't have any of those assets liquid at all. They don't have anything. If they had to pay out money to people, they would have maybe $1 trillion, whereas the actual number of money that's in Wells Fargo is probably $50 trillion or whatever. I don't know, but a shitload of money. And then they just take that money, they invest, make themselves super rich. They don't pay you any fucking interest when it's our money. But when it's the other way around, when you need to borrow money from them, they're like, meh.
Yeah.
And they say, like a home loan, they say, oh, we're going to historically low interest rates. And they say, oh, 2.7% interest. And you're like, wow, 2.7 on a $500,000 house. That's not that much money. Oh, no. That's not how that works at all. It compounds every single year and you pay your interest up front. So it's like, no. What they should be saying on a home loan is, no, you're paying 100%. It's 100%. That's what you're going to pay.
Yeah.
On $500,000, you're going to pay us $500,000 by the time this loan's over. So that 2.7% bullshit number they throw out, that's a fucking lie. And it just makes you feel good. No, you're paying 100%. 100% of this loan, you're going to pay right back to us.
Yeah.
But whenever it's reversed, whenever they take our money, they don't ever have to fucking pay interest on it. And if they do, it's a fucking... Oh, here's 5 cents.
Yeah.
Here's 5 cents on the money we gave you.
Yeah.
It's fuck them all. Fucking bastards.
Yeah, because it's brilliant. Because it's like, say I put my money in the bank and I have $300,000 in there of my money, but then I guess through some weird technical back alley way, they then loan you my $300,000 and charge you interest on it, right?
A shitload of interest.
Yeah, and then I still have
$300,000. The numbers are compounding interest is such a scheme. Whoever came up with that too is just a con artist. It's just the biggest con. I hate when people do that too, and it's everything. They just manipulate it to sound good, but at the end of the day, it's not good. And no one ever calls for it like what it is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, historically low interest, 3%. It's like, Oh, that number makes you feel nice and cozy, doesn't it? It's not 3%. It compounds every year and you pay your interest up front. So you don't even, the first 6 months of your fucking mortgage, you're not even paying anything. You're just paying them. It's like, here's money, just shoveling money at them. And then at the end of the year, you're like, oh, we'll let you pay a few payments to drop your principal down. I'm sorry I cut you off there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Okay.
The other thing is the bullshit in this country about single people versus married people. It's really dumb how, married people are taxed less.
That's a whole separate rabbit hole because it's not just married people. And at this day and age, I don't want to hear shit about equity or inequality because go fuck yourself. It is, you know what's fucking racially motivated? Them taxing me or giving me less jobs than Mexican people, black people, or money is always, for me and you, we are the fucking most shit on people in the United States. Anyone that says otherwise is a fucking liar. Go fuck yourself. They fuck me. They fuck a white male, single male, harder than anybody in every avenue you fucking go down. They're like, well, it's easier for you to get a job. No, it is not. No, it is not. You have been lied to. You know how much easier it is to be a fucking black person and go get a job in any industry? Because as soon as you go in, they're like, oh, every company wants their minority numbers boosted up. It makes them more money. So what the fuck are you talking about? They don't want white people there. They don't want it's just money. It's pure money. It has nothing to do with, they've made it to where now it's based on race.
They gave an incentive, but there's no reason that a single person should be taxed more than a married person. I feel like
that one I actually don't agree. I disagree with you on. I like that incentive, and I think that's a good incentive to have.
To get married?
Yes, I think
How
having
is that
children and
no children, just getting married.
It is beneficial to the country.
Wow.
In a lot of different ways. We need to incentivize family structures because it's not incentivized in I believe
a single
a
person
good family
has been
structure
demonized.
in America in the 1950s. I think the good family, nuclear family thing that everyone talks shit about was a very good thing for this country. It was very good and on multiple different fronts. Just children being raised in our country. Our children are our future. We can all agree on that. Well, what's the most beneficial thing for children? Having two people in the household raising them.
It has nothing to do with marriage. Beneficial.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
How does that?
Because two people can raise a child in a household for 18 years without being married.
Okay, that's just a technicality. You're
just
arguing with you're just arguing with me for sake of argument. You're not being realistic. You're not being realistic with yourself.
I'm trying to defend single people.
It
doesn't mean you love the kid. It doesn't mean you love the kid more or less if you're married or not.
It doesn't. It's giving an incentive on a grand scale to be married.
Yes,
which is a good thing, which I think is a good thing.
Well,
if you did it the opposite way, where you incentivized being single, it would not be good. It would not be good for this country.
Well, I guess I agree that it's nice to have an incentive, but I think that it's a fucked up incentive.
I do agree with you. When you're on that side, it is bullshit.
Yeah.
And it makes you mad. It's just like, I didn't do anything wrong and I'm getting raped by everybody.
Like I had a buddy, it was 10 years ago, was telling me that he could afford insurance for him and his wife, but when he's single, he can't afford it. So it's just like, that shit's just crazy. That's insane.
Okay. Now let's move on to the back nine of this conspiracy theory, which there's just something else that kind of ties into all this shit we're talking about, is so the IRS, as of January 1st, so now for the rest of time, they've just, what do you guess they've done? Oh, they've just passed more fucking laws. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? Just the whole Cash App thing, which affects Venmo and I believe affects Bitcoin and cryptocurrency transactions as well. So now anything over $600 is going to be considered income. And so at the end of the year, and all these apps they're just going to 1099 you, send you how much money you made throughout the year, which is so maybe getting ahead of myself. Slow down a little bit for people that don't know this. Okay, if I send Brad over $600, they're going to consider that as they want to tax that $600 now. Anything over $600, because now that's income for Brad. That's how they're looking at it with all these apps, with I assume Bitcoin now. So, but that's ridiculous on a lot of different fronts. And I guess I get it, but this just ties into like, you guys have taxed me when I work. You guys have taxed me for where I live. You guys have taxed me for what I bought. Like, where do the taxes end? Like, literally any transaction of any fucking kind, they just, no. It's like, I've already paid taxes on the money. I made money. I've already paid my taxes. No, you haven't. It's literally just the more we let them add taxes onto this chain of events. Yeah. It's just bullshit. Yeah. Fuck them. They tax you at every fucking way. I've already paid. As soon as there should be zero taxes after what you make. Yeah. That's where the buck should stop. I make this amount of money. Here's the money for you out of taxes. Now fuck off. Yeah. Leave me alone. Leave my money alone. Yeah. Like, I'm down with paying taxes, but I'm tired of them manipulating different ways to just come at you and tax you. Because everything I've said, I've given like 5 examples. Guarantee there's at least 25 more that you're not even thinking of. Yeah. Throughout your month of bills, you know, or what you're paying. Yeah, but then I guarantee if you just started looking up all your bills, like then you're gonna look up like I guarantee you look up your electric bill, your gas, all those shits. You're gonna be, oh yeah, they fucking take money there. Oh yeah, they take money there. Oh yeah, they take money there. Okay, back to the Cash App thing.
Well, I think that there's some fine print in that, because I think I don't think it's just a blanket rule. Because there's a lot of roommates. Like if me and you were roommates and you paid the rent and I just Cash Apped you $1,000 a month, I don't think, just so then you could go pay the rent. I think that there's like, that's not going to be taxed. I think there's like,
okay, that's where I
don't
didn't
understand it.
Okay, again, I didn't do much research on this. I don't know, but if it is just over $600, that's fucking bullshit. Because I didn't even think about the rent thing. I thought about me and Cheyenne, because like right now, we're in different states. If she pays me money to help with the mortgage or whatever like that, the government shouldn't be able to tax that. It's like we're a couple. She's just handing me money to go pay bills that you're gonna tax. That you're gonna tax that money anyways when I pay shit. So go fuck yourself. So, and really, that isn't what I'm getting at. I swear to God. This whole fucking Bitcoin, I know you're all about Bitcoin. You're not going to like this theory. All this shit, dude, fuck. This is all a guise to get rid of currency, paper currency, and everyone's like, well, fuck paper currency. We need it digital because then the government can't get their hands on it. Nope. That's not how this is going to work at all. And this whole scheme you guys have been talking about it's digital and then the government can't control the currency. What are they doing? They're taking over right now. If it really wasn't by our government to begin with, if it wasn't by super rich people, this whole idea just like, oh, you know what's smart is, or you know what's a problem with paper currency is we can't track a bunch of fucking transactions that are happening in this country. Shitloads. We have no idea if they're fucking happening at all. No, I'm starting to get to where, fuck this. Get away from this digital currency bullshit. Get away from Cash App. No, it's serious, dude. Like, and this is almost the argument like for gold, and I'm not saying that, but if I give you $300, no one knows about it. They can't fucking tax it. They can't do anything. It's just me handing you fucking paper money. Yeah. That's how it should be. That is really how it should be. And what's going to happen is they're going to phase out with all fucking currencies. You're not going to have currencies anymore. It's all going to be digital, and they're just going to, and then you can't do shit. You're not going to be able to do a fucking thing. It's all going to be digital. They're going to know every fucking transaction you make. They're going to tax it every which way. As soon as they make a law, bam, you can't do there's no way around it. There'll be no fucking way around it. And then if you ever get in trouble, if anything ever happens, bam, they'll seize all your assets instantaneously. You'll have no control over it. You won't be able to hold anything in your hand where like, fuck off, get away from me, this is mine. It won't be that way anymore. This is global domination. This isn't a conspiracy. This is happening right before us, and they've tricked the younger generation into just buying into it. And to just be like, it's the future, man. It's the future. No, it is the future, and we're all fucked because of it. We are all fucked. All this blockchain shit. Yeah, now you're tied to that money for the rest of your fucking life. They know exactly where it came from. They know exactly every single transaction. It's bullshit. I'm not about it anymore. I'm not about it. I get everyone's like, well, we can make a bunch of money. That's another problem too. This whole fucking Bitcoin cryptocurrency thing. It's the future. It's the future. 90% of you people are only invested in it for trying to inflate your money. You don't even care about what it is.
Yeah.
You just care about making money.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's all a fucking joke. This is all a fucking joke. And I guarantee this whole whatever the fucking dude's name is, Shiasho Nikimoto or whatever the fuck his name is.
Uh-huh. Satoshi.
Why do you think it is no one fucking knows who created Bitcoin?
I don't know.
Because it's fucking made by governments. Because there's a group of people sitting up there laughing their fucking asses off. Just giggling away. Just like these dumb motherfuckers. Oh, they think they're making a bunch of fucking money. Yeah, a few people are going to make a bunch of money, live a great life. In the end, the vast majority of people are going to get fucked by this digital currency. Going to get fucked. It'll be completely controlled. It's not controlled, man. It's fucking the government can't control it. Yeah, they can. And they will.
Yeah, they can. There's still ways around that. You know.
It's getting harder and harder and harder for anyone to do anything black market, to do anything behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It literally will shut down, and it'll all be in the guise of fucking, well, then drug runners can't, bring drugs and guns into the country because how are they going to make any kind of transaction? There's no paper currency to give them. And you should sleep better at night knowing that. But yet, me just going to buy something from you at a garage sale, they're going to be like, hey, what was that? We want some money for that. Yeah. And we're going to tax that. And it's like, fuck off, dude. I'm just giving him $20. Like, go fuck you. Nope, you need to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The best way to do it undetected still would just be to hand you cash money. But then you're going to have to hide that cash money somehow.
And they've been wanting, and honestly, isn't it really suspicious that Bitcoin and all this shit, Cash App, all this shit just took off? Do you remember Obama talking about all this shit? I vividly remember Obama talking about how we need to phase out currency. Everything needs to go into, we should all be on debit cards. Everything should be digital.
I don't remember
He
that
was talking all about this.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people were like, that's really new world order shit you're talking about. And then everyone stopped talking about it for about 4 fucking years. 4, 5, 6 years. And then bam, an explosion of cryptocurrencies. And it's not the rich people talking about it. They've tricked the poor people into doing all their PR for them. It's fucking amazing. It's going to be the wave of the future. I'm against it. I've changed my mind. Fuck it all. It's all garbage.
I don't know.
Support paper currency. Support your paper currency.
No, don't do that because
look at what they've done. Look at what they've done to Brad. Everyone, look what they've done to Brad.
There's jokes that if
you're a puppet for the government.
There's jokes that if like the US dollar was a cryptocurrency, no one would buy it because it's so shitty and it's performed so poorly.
Well, don't worry.
As far as value,
a new American currency. It's called Bitcoin. So there we go.
Yeah, and you're right. And one thing I had written down today was that it was like 2 weeks ago. I met with a CPA because. To not put it all out there, but shit's getting too crazy for me to continue to do my taxes myself. And I was like, well, this is like fun adult shit, going to meet with a fucking CPA, and now they're going to do my taxes for me this year because eventually what I was seeing flash forward in my head was me like in the jungle with AKs. It's going to be like a fucking Randy Weaver situation because my taxes, it's just getting crazy. So I brought it all to them, laid it all out, and said, tell me right now, should I do this or should you do this? And they looked at everything, and they're like, I should do this. And I was like, you're doing it.
Well, yeah, of course. Of course.
Well, yeah.
If you take your car to a mechanic and you're like, I need to change my oil filter. Should I do this or should you do this?
Let me do it.
I should do this.
Oh, yeah. No. Well, They're a CPA, but they're a friend. They've been a friend for a long time, so I trusted them, and I was like, "You tell me the God's honest truth," and they're like, "I should do it," because I'm like, I'm just envisioning me just fucking driving through the Mexican border, like, but a lot of it has to do with crypto too, because I'm gonna be fucked on my taxes this year. I'm gonna owe a ton of money because I'm paying taxes on crypto, which a lot of these 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids you see on TikTok probably aren't, and that's just not smart. They might that might come back to bite them in the ass. But I'm trying to be a responsible citizen and pay the taxes on the crypto to protect myself, but I'm going to get majorly fucked. So it's all kind of in the same vein.
The government just peeked its head over the fence and was like, "Hey, what's going on over there, Brad?"
Mm-hmm.
And whoop, and just
And like 4 or 5 years ago, you didn't have to worry about that. So it's all kind of, the hammer's kind of dropped in the last year or two. And they want their cut now. They are monitoring that shit. It's being reported to them by the services that you use online. Or like if a Cash App or a PayPal now sends you the 1099, they're also sending that to the government.
Yep.
So it's all kind
This
of...
was done by the government. I swear to God. This was all planned by the government.
I think it's
all planned
inevitable.
by super rich people.
Yeah.
It may be inevitable, but it was planned by rich people, and they just keep figuring out ways to monitor tax to make them more rich,
It's
you more poor.
ridiculous. It's so stupid. I agree with, once you make the money and it goes to you, tax it and then let it go. No more bullshit. No more inheritance tax. If your parents give you $100,000 when they die, this should be your $100,000.
They've already paid taxes on it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And the thing is that you're fine with paying taxes because you hope that it's going to something. You hope it's going to your roads and your schools and your shit like that.
I'm down with all that shit. I don't want anarchy, but I'm down with being fucked. Yes.
But people, it's like if the taxes keep raising, you want to see the progress being made. And in a lot of states, like California or Los Angeles, those people aren't seeing any progress made. That's why they're like, "Fuck this place, I'm leaving," because you're not doing anything with the money. Where's the money going? We should have receipts. I would love that.
Well, and so on top of everything we talked about, there's another theory which I
Just privatize
wholeheartedly
everything.
believe. I'm down with that. I believe not only are things set to make money, like taxes, these laws they make, always in the guise of this is going to be better, whether it be sin tax. Like sin tax is such a joke. Sin tax is such a joke. Oh, we're going to raise taxes on alcohol and cigarettes, blah, 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 because it's bad things to do and we want to discourage the use of these products in society. Has nothing to do with that at all. They just figured out a way to trick everyone on this. Yeah, because more than 50% of the population can get on board with like, yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like dirty smokers. Like, fuck those people. Like one thing they're going to be like, oh, we need to help the poor people. And then that one, oh, well, this is going to help the poor people because we need to incentivize them to get off these products. Well, none of that changes. They're still on the products. Now they're just paying 10% more for the products that they're buying. So you're fucking poor people more. Has nothing to do with helping anybody. All these goddamn... Okay, that I just went off on syntax. But I believe governments, big corporations, entities, what they do is they try to add steps to as many steps as they can to things to just get people to give up.
Yeah.
So whether it's starting a business,
Yeah.
it's just for you to be an independent person. It has nothing to do with, it's just like whenever you get on your taxes or whatever you do and you're just like, God damn it. Like, why is this? It's set up to be confusing.
Yeah.
They're doing it intentionally to give someone else a job so that they can make money. Why is it that buying a house is kind of confusing?
Yeah,
it
it
shouldn't
is.
be that confusing.
Intimidating.
You know what I mean? It's intimidating to do
Yes.
because they're giving money to a fucking agent. A fucking agent, it's so stupid. That person does not need to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
A buying, selling agent does not need to be there. But we do it because you get discouraged and you're just like, well, I don't know how to write up a contract. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't know how to do that. Those people do jack shit and they get 3% of your house for doing fucking nothing. I don't give a fuck. Fuck real estate agents. If you're a real estate agent, finish that suicide note and go shoot yourself in the fucking head. And whoever set up that whole scheme for that to be a deal. It's just adding steps. They just kept adding steps, and it's everything.
Yeah.
It's everywhere you look. Taxes, anything, they just add steps.
And they don't cover
And
any
the only
of
thing
this.
that's
They don't cover
the only
any
thing
of
that's
this in
easy.
school.
They don't. They don't want you to know.
No.
They don't want you to know any of this shit. They talk about this, from what I remember, this idea I'm talking about adding steps and making things complicated. I swear to God, they were talking a bunch about this in The Big Short, that movie. I swear to God, he was talking all about that. And he's just like, oh no, it's all easy. He's whatever they were talking, mortgages or whatever. He's like, this is all easy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, they just make it complicated so that you don't get into their game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't want you. Insurance companies don't want you to be in their game. It's insurance companies. That's a whole other fucking scheme. You know what I mean? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we're talking so much about this. It just makes me so fucking mad.
There's not an hour of your school career spent on it, which is fucking crazy. And I'm not one to blame the society or blame the education system, but they should spend a lot more time on that.
You know who I blame? I seriously blame quite a bit is my parents. I'm like, why didn't you sit me down and really do work with me on this shit?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like, why am I learning? I swear to God, my kids, when they're in high school, sophomore, junior year, that is gonna be a huge thing. You need to understand this shit. Let's sit down and go over this.
Yeah.
You need to understand 1099s. You need to understand W-2s. You need to understand what you're doing here.
Yeah. You need to try to understand how major an auto loan or student loans can be. It's not just some little thing. It's some little thing to sign your name to.
They hide behind all these words. It's like making things complicated, like escrow. An escrow account. Like, explain, because most people, what's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's intimidating as fuck.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm calm. I didn't know if I was going to get worked up for all that shit, and it was easy to get worked up on.
Sounds like you're loving Colorado, and you're going to move there.
Yeah, that's not fucking happening.
You're still there. Do you have a New Year's resolution? Quit smoking? Quit playing video games?
Nope, no resolutions. I do, but I'm not going to talk about any of them.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm keeping quiet about things.
We're the town I'm in right now, we now have a legal weed store 45 minutes from us. So, hey, North Dakota, welcome to 2011. Yeah. Yeah. It's because it's in Montana. Welcome to 2011.
Oh, okay. Not North Dakota, just Montana. Okay.
Yeah, but it's 45 minutes from us.
That's really weird that Montana took so long to legalize it when they were like the first state to legalize medical marijuana.
Yeah.
It's really weird how it took them so long.
Yeah. And you have Billings and Missoula and Bozeman, and it took this long to do it.
Montana, I swear to God, is such an interesting state because they're so blue on so many things and so red on so many things. They're just this weird state.
And in this last election, they were blue for a long time, and then at the end, it went red, and it was like,
to me, you think of Montana, I don't think that at all. I think of fucking, but I guess you have the big college town there, and it's a totally different place than the rest of Montana.
So maybe next election, maybe it's going blue. Who knows? It was close.
Yeah, I don't think that next election. I think the next election will be very different.
Kind of okay. I have hang on. I have a would you rather question that's going to be a weird one. But before that, this country has a gambling problem, and I might as well. But I don't know if you. Jesus Christ, the echoing in my headphones is fucking killing me. I know you don't watch a lot of commercials, and I usually don't either, except for football season and football games. I see a lot of commercials. A couple of years ago, there's no commercials promoting gambling. Now, it's like beer, car, gambling apps. And the NFL now is like during the games, before the games, showing like the point spread, showing the the plus 190, minus 190, plus like they're showing all the gambling stats for you to like gamble on the games and stuff. It's like all gambling. And the gambling apps, they have like Ben Affleck promoting gambling app, Jamie Foxx promoting gambling app, fucking JB Smooth promoting gambling apps. All it is promoting gambling apps. This country has a huge gambling problem. And my TikTok, I know it's just my TikTok, but like half of it is gambling shit, like bets, sports bets, and slot machine videos. It's crazy.
Huh.
Maybe it was over COVID, but gambling in this country has gone through the roof, and we have a massive gambling problem. And I do as well. And I'm not doing it for a New Year's resolution, but I'm thinking for Lent, do it again where no more gambling for Brad, because it's a lot of gambling going on. People love
I don't even
to
get
fucking
how
gamble.
you're gambling.
Online.
I'm glad I got out of that realm. I used to be the biggest addict when it came to gambling.
There must be a new there must have been a new law where gambling on like apps and stuff is now just 100% legal. 100% free for all. And it's bad because it shouldn't be legal, because it's not like I think people are just like losing their asses on gambling.
Yeah, that's where I disagree with you, because we'll just go back to
They should be allowed to. But
you do whatever the fuck you want.
yeah, I know, but
Get
it's
the fuck out of here. Stop telling people what they should and shouldn't do. If they want to spend all their money and kill themselves, let them do it.
I agree. But it's just crazy to see how much that like 30% of the commercials during games now are just like gambling. I don't see how the players aren't gambling. What?
I knew this lady once who worked in Reno at a hotel, and she was saying every single day someone shoots themselves in a hotel room.
Yeah.
And no one talks about it. Like it never makes a newspaper, nothing.
I believe
They do not want the public to know how many people are committing suicide in Vegas and Reno.
Yeah.
Shitloads. Constantly happens. We had
You can just
here
spiral.
Here at the company I worked for, it was a really interesting story. Is we were working at TriMet, which is it's the metro, the busing and train system for Portland called TriMet. Mm-hmm. And it's obviously a government. It's a huge deal. I mean, they employ a shitload of people. And so we were working at the train section, the depot, where like all the trains come in, and they have like a big, huge warehouse, and all these trains come in, and they have these cranes, this massive, the biggest fucking crane system you've ever seen. I mean, the I-beam for it's 6 feet by fucking 10 feet. That a big fucking crane thing slides on, and it can like pick up a fucking train. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's fucking huge. So we were building one of these crane deals for inside their shop, so they could pick up trains and shit and move them around. And there was like a big problem with getting part like this. I can't remember, beam. I don't know. There was like a part that we needed from a third party company that our company needed to continue building. And it came down to, there was only like the guy who had designed it and was manufacturing this part was a smaller company, but I mean, obviously a big enough company that he could build these things, but it wasn't like this huge corporation. It was just this dude, and he knew how to do it. Well, I guess he goes down to Vegas, blows all the fucking money out of the company, and then shoots himself in the fucking head. So our company's waiting for this fucking part, and they're like, dude fucking bankrupted the company and killed himself. And
Whoa.
Fucking now we don't know what to do because all the contracts were set up with this dude, everything. So now we have to find something else to do because that part's not getting made anymore because that dude just killed himself. I think it happens a lot more than you'd think. People take all their business, go down to Vegas, and fucking put it all on black. Let's fucking do this thing. Which doesn't make sense to me now that I'm actually saying that.
Oh, it makes sense to me.
It wouldn't. Well, no. It wouldn't be a thing to where you could just. It's actually really hard to do high stakes betting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love roulette, and I've always thought about doing like $10,000 on like
me too.
You know, 0-0-0, and maybe put a first and 12 split. Bam! Like let's fucking do this thing. If you had $10,000, you take 5,000 on first and 12, 2,000 on second 12, 3,000 on 0-0 split. If a fucking zero hits, Jesus H. Christ, on $3,000, you're making an asinine amount of money. I've always thought that. You can't do that, though, in roulette. There's a $500 max bet on the table. Pretty much any table you're going to go to. They will not allow you to do that because they are not about to pay that out.
Right.
Fucking...
Isn't with roulette, isn't the fact that there's that 0 green, isn't that the reason why the house can still make money on roulette? Just for that 1%.
That's what they say. That's obviously you're getting so deep into mathematics that's beyond me, statistics. You know what I mean?
But I'm just wondering what the purpose of when you built the wheel that you added that 0, that green 0, because to just add that 1% to the house where they finally make the money.
I mean, I've heard that a million times. I don't think so. I mean, maybe it's... I think so. What it would do is... I mean, yes, it would offset a little bit on when you are betting black and red.
Because people just bet black and red.
12, third 12. But yeah, but a lot of people also bet 0-0.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but if you put $3,000 on 0-0, you'd make $111,000. That's how much you'd walk away with.
Yeah, in 1 in 1,000 fucking chance.
No, a 1 in 37 chance.
1 in 37 chance. Yeah. Okay.
I hit 0s all the fucking time. That's my money maker when it comes to roulette. I love roulette.
Oh God. Yeah, this country has a gambling problem, and it's fucked up.
Nothing beats when you sit down at a roulette table. Everyone that's like a novice roulette player, they're always like, "Oh, I'm going to put some on red and black," and they put $10 on it, and then they hit. They're like, "I made $20. I made $20." You want a real rush? Go take $100 and go put a few of them on the inside of the table. If you fucking hit a number on the inside, that thing hits. You'll just see your little chip here. They'll just move this massive stack of chips over and just be like, "Here's your money." You're just like, "Holy shit, that's awesome!" Like, this is so great. Playing the inside of the table is way better.
So did you fly home?
I have, and I've came back.
How was the flight? Was it a direct flight?
Did we talk? Yeah.
Interesting.
It was miserable.
Nice.
Well, no, it was.
Any
It was
cancellations?
just no, none of that.
Wow.
I don't know how you have so many problems. I've never had a flight canceled. I've never had a delay, and I've flown quite a bit. I mean, not a lot, but I've easily taken at least 25 flights. At least 25 flights in my life. So not a shitload, but I mean, I've been in an airport plenty of times. Never had a delay. Never had anything. Always been super smooth. That people always, "Oh, you got to get to the airport like 2 hours early." I've always flown through security. I can be from entering the airport to my gate usually in 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The thing that sucked about this flight is, I swear to God, they're making the seats just smaller and smaller. So I'm a small guy, and I was still super uncomfortable. And I was like, I don't know how any of these taller people are doing this.
Yeah.
This is miserable.
Yeah.
This is fucking miserable. So I flew there in the very back seat of a United plane up against the window. And actually, okay, we got some funny stories here. So I'm in the far corner, back as far as it goes, and I am like, literally feel squished.
Was it
and
three
I'm not
seats
a big,
and 3 seats?
3 seats. 3 seats and 3 seats.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 girls are sitting next to me. Okay.
Okay.
Both from 25 to 30. Both good-looking girls.
Wow.
That day before I got on that flight for lunch, and the night before, beans. And I was farting up a fucking storm the whole time. So it was a miserably uncomfortable flight, dude. I'm just sitting there, just trying not to fucking be ripping ass the whole fucking flight. It was miserable. It was a fucking miserable flight.
That's very kind
then,
of you.
Yeah, it was not fun. I did not like it. And then I'm trying to give her the armrest because I feel middle gets both armrest, side gets this armrest, outside gets their armrest. I feel like the middle should get both armrests. I feel like that's a fair thing. Everyone in the world should. Do you not agree with that? Middle should get both armrests. You're sandwiched between 2 people.
Yeah, I guess.
Window,
yeah.
You can lean up against the window, so you got that. Aisle, they can kind of put their feet out, They can lean outside, get away from it. So... yeah, that's miserable. Fly there, then on the way back. So when I get there, I'm like, fuck this. So I download all the apps, getting everything all apped out so I don't have to print tickets and shit like that. And so I'm on my app and I'm like, fuck it. And what I was, when I walked by down the plane, it's been a few years, and I was like, man, that guy's seat's awesome. Because he's sitting at the very fucking front. Not the first class, but the very front of coach.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that guy's got it fucking made in the shade. He's got like 5 feet in front of him. And then so I do a little up. It was $30 more. I was like, fuck yeah. So I upgrade the seat, $30 more. Easy peasy. Fucking flight back, but literally could sit fucking all the way back. I was just like, this is way better to fly. Way better to fly. Except that flight on the way from Portland back to Denver, that was more fucked because I had an itch in my throat. That was miserable. Like, and I couldn't stop fucking coughing.
So
and I was not sick. No, dude. You could feel the tension around me.
Yeah.
You could feel them just like everyone. And then there's a girl next to me. So I'm sitting on the way back. I'm in the very front, sitting on the aisle side. There's a girl next to me, about 25, and then there's like a 65-year-old lady. When we are taking off, this old lady's on the phone the whole time, and her whole conversation is about how, well, Janice, she didn't get vaxxed, and so I'm going to go have a little talk with her because, very pro-vaccine, very liberal person. And I'm sitting there, dude, you can feel everyone just slowly moving toward, like, just, oh my God. And I couldn't help it. And I felt like this outcast of, like, everyone is just like, oh, he's got the COVID.
Yeah.
He's got the COVID. So that was miserable. So now this next flight I'm super excited about because I've never done before, but my next round trip flight, which is here in 2 weeks, 13 days from now, fucking first class. Both ways. I'm so excited. I've never done first class. And I was like, fuck it. We're doing first class. And we'll see what this is all about.
Wow.
So I'm not sitting with those fucking animals in the back of that pig trot.
Jesus Christ. You sound like the 1%.
I'm working on it.
Jesus.
I need to be the 1%. Give me 10 years and I'm going to be like, fucking crypto. Woo! You guys love crypto, huh? Yeah! Taxes!
That's, I mean, as good as it can be, it's still a shitty experience.
I think first class is going to be a lot better.
I think it's still shitty.
They keep bringing you drinks. And that was another thing is the first one is I was like, can I get 2 beers? And they're like, no, 1 beer a flight. And I'm like, just give me 2 beers. I'll pay for it. I'll pay double. I want multiple drinks here. First class, I'm up there. When I was sitting in the front on the way back, I'm like watching up front. They're just feeding those fuckers drinks. And I'm like, these fuckers get meals. They get drinks. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
it's a class system.
Yeah. And so I'm getting fucking shit paid for anyways. It's a free fucking plane ticket. I was like, why not get first class? Fucking seems way better.
Wow.
Yeah.
The reason that gets so many problems is because of North Dakota with flights. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just another. You can add that to the PR pitch.
I know. I thought about it.
You want to fly into North Dakota? Well, we'll see in a month because it ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Are you gonna drive here? Fine. Do you feel like flying here? Well, if we have a plane available, that might be an option for you. Yeah.
Are you done?
So
are we done?
I
We
saw
have more topics.
I saw this question on TikTok, and I've seen it before of these. I think it's Barstool that does these Ask the Internet questions. But there was a girl that they were asking questions to, and they asked her, and the question was, and this is a question people don't want to answer, but I have an answer. The question was, would you rather sit down with your parents and watch a video of every sexual encounter you've ever had, or watch a video of the night you were conceived? Now, a couple things come to mind for me. The first thing that comes to mind.
You don't want to see you don't want your parents to see you crying?
No. The first thing that comes to mind for me. And imagine you have to answer this question. There's a gun to your head, or Nazis have kidnapped your family, and you have to answer the question. first thing that comes to mind for me is I'm going to be drinking. Okay, I'm like, this is going to be, I'm going to try to get blackout before I have to, do one of these different options. We're going to be drinking, and I was like, let's be drinking. Let's bring back Brad from 20. Hey, let's bring back Brad from 2013 and his drinking. And then I was like, wait a second. No, not Brad from 2013. Let's bring back Brad from 2009 and fucking drink like that. Line them up. We're going to need some Fireball and some Keystone Light, and we're going to be drinking like that. And then that's my first thing that I'm going to be doing for this. And the second thing is, my answer to the question is, I am not. As long as there is a breath left in my body, I am not sitting down and watching every sexual experience I've ever had with the parents. So that's the answer to the question.
Wait. I
will not when I'm alive.
But no matter which way you pick, oh god damn it,
I'm going to be drinking. Yes, I'm going to be drinking. And I'm
going to cancel the joke. I had a good joke there lined up, and then it started to come out. And I was like, it's not that classy. I'll let it go.
It was like, for the election, I'll vote for, my answer was not Joe Biden. My answer for this is, I am not taking that option of sitting down and watching every sexual experience I've ever had. That ain't happening. So whatever's on the other side of the question, that's what I'm doing.
Realistically, you're going to probably just go with what's shorter. And it's going to be a lot shorter to just watch your parents have sex and just get it done with and just move on with your day.
Right.
That's going to be over with.
It'd be a lot shorter.
Whereas the other way is, well, in Brad's case, each one's one video long. So we're good. I decided to go back with the joke. I brought the joke back. I thought about it for a minute.
Yeah. I'm not.
I would honestly be more excited if it was a real situation. I'd be like, wait a second. I have every sexual encounter videotaped?
Yeah.
I'd be like, fucking bring it on. Let's get some popcorn because I want to watch this shit. Because I guarantee I forgot about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I was drunk that night. Like, fuck yes. Like, let's watch this happen.
Well, I see what you're saying. Yes, if you could watch them by yourself, that's one thing.
Well, but with your parents, you just kind of zone out like, I'm sorry, Mom, but you got to watch this. Because if this is the only opportunity I get to relive all these things, either it's so many different ways. It'd be so exciting. One, you get to like, oh, shit, I forgot about that girl. Like, oh, how embarrassing. And then other ones, you'd be like, oh, that was such a good night. This was such a good night. I'd be doing like Jod Man play-by-plays with my parents and just like, no, right? Hold on.
No. You're approaching it very optimistically. If I had to do that, I'd be ripping down the projector halfway through and slitting my wrists and painting the walls.
Well, the amount of the amount of laughter that would come out of it would end up just being hilarious, because the amount of you can't underestimate how drunk I've been and how fucking horrible some situations have played out. Because there's been a lot of bad ones.
I understand.
Just a lot of fucking noodles just hitting and just like, I'm fucking trying here. Just like, I can't. Okay, I'm drunk. I'm sorry. I can't fucking do this.
No. Nope. I'm taking
and to replay the look on so many girls' faces, just like sitting there, just I can't fucking do anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right, the amount of fucking, I swear this has never happened to me before.
So that's what you're taking?
If I'm only taking that if that's it, like if I could choose either way, and then at the end of it I get all those videotapes anyways, then yeah, I'm choosing my parents. But to just relive all those memories, I would find joy in it. I'd be like, Mom, I know this is gonna suck. And you're not gonna enjoy this, but let's just look at the brighter side. And there's gonna be a lot of comedy gold in this thing. I mean, especially early on. There's gonna be some things I've totally forgotten about. And there's going to be some things that literally have been blacked out of my memory that I don't even remember any of that shit. Well, and then there's going to be just gold moments for me where I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, that girl was hot. And just like, yes, we get to relive this. And it's every sexual encounter or every girl.
It's just
Because if it's every sexual encounter, when you've like dated someone, dude, that's going to take a long time. Because you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like with
yeah,
one
yeah,
girl, you're going to have 50 times. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is good. Even though it's only a minute long each time, that's 50 minutes of just one girl.
yeah. You might have to be like, oh, we're done for today. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll start at 8 in the morning. But I think the question was every encounter. So
Yeah, it's a long time.
let's get this done. Let's get this over with. I'm going to be drinking. I want 2 bottles of Fireball and a 30-pack of Keystone Light because we're rewinding to 2009, and we're drinking like that. Line them up for me. Line them up, baby. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want to remember. There's things on the flip side of the every sexual encounter. There's parts of that I don't want to remember, that I don't want to rewatch. But on this flip side of what we're doing on this question is I don't want to remember watching this. So it's going to be very alcohol induced.
Hey, the moral you can take out of this story if you're 18 years old right now, 17, 18-year-old, is, at least for me, is try to videotape as many fucking things as absolutely possible. Because you're going to be 30 and you're going to be like, God damn it, that was a good night. And you're not going to realize it when you're 18. You're going to be like, oh, whatever, man. Fucking this ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
It's like to relive that situation 10 years from now, you're going to want to do it. Especially as a guy. I would. Fucking, no matter how bad it is. I'm not condoning videotaping girls without their knowledge, but I would do some convincing to the girl you're with and just be, hey, let's videotape it. I'm not going to show anybody.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
If I could go back in time, I would videotape everything I've ever done and just be like, yeah. Let's videotape this shit. You'd go in the garage and it'd just be like, fucking Backdoor Sluts 9, 1999. It'd just be labeled like that.
Yeah, I would like that for myself, but not for others. But that's my answer.
I don't know. I would probably go with the parents one just for time. The issue of time, spending the awkwardness of either way, I'm going to go with the time.
I agree. That's a good way to look at it.
And you got to think, it really would, you're making it out to be really bad in your head because the idea of your parent, in my mind, the idea of my parents is you picture them as they are now. And it's like, they're still your parents, but in 1988, my parents are going to look like totally different people and much younger. It's not going to be this like gross, old people fucking thing. It's going to be like, yeah, they're going to be like my age. They're going to be in shape, not all wrinkly and gross. So it's not going to be as gross. It's still going to be your parents, but it's going to be a little bit better of a situation.
That's sick.
You asked the question, okay? You don't get to just ask that question and then my answer, you're like, that's disgusting. It's like, you started the disgusting conversation. So don't look at me.
And we're both taking the same route. Because if on the
well,
other
maybe if I don't get to keep the videos, I'm going with the other option 100%.
Yeah.
Just because that's going to be a great fucking day for me.
Fuck that.
I'll just build a little wall between me and my mom so we don't have to make eye contact. And just be like, I'm sorry, Mom, you got to watch it because I'm more interested in this than you think.
You just slowly glance over and it's like, I don't know. Go to the next one. Oh, God. People are sick. I don't have.
That whole question is really flirting with that. What is that called? The Oedipus complex or something like that? Isn't that what that's called?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
It's the whole story. It's like there's like a Greek story about a dude who kills his father and fucks his mother.
Yeah.
But then there's like in psychology, it's like this Oedipus. There's like a good percentage of people that have complexes with their have complexes with their mothers.
Yeah.
Like men have complexes with their mothers. And it's just a whole thing of you're coddled as a child. You know what I mean? It's like a whole mental deal.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird.
And I believe they with the mother-son thing is they just tie it into that Greek story about the dude killing his father and having sex with his mother.
Yeah. John Lennon talked about that, and Jim Morrison pretty much just made a song about it. So.
What song? I've heard this before, but
up
until you just said that, I forgot.
And I walk on down the hall.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Father. I want to kill you. Yeah.
But I think he's just literally telling the story of Oedipus. It's not like his...
Well, yeah, I think he had that. He wanted to do that. Maybe.
Because he wrote a song about it? I mean...
Yeah. I don't know.
Or maybe he was just really into fucking Greek tragedies.
Maybe. That's some weird shit. Fuck. God, is winter over yet? Fucking -40 this morning. Sucks.
It's I know it's not that cold, but it's 2 degrees here. So I mean, I'm not living in fucking Florida right now.
No.
Although I talked to my parents the other day, and they're like, "Oh, it's 75 degrees down here. We're fucking walking down to the neighbors." I'm like, "You fucking assholes."
It's
That
fucked up
sounds so
that
nice.
the planet dumps snow on, the northern part of it every year. Snow shouldn't exist. It's so fucked up. Such a fucked up, imperfect planet. Should be more balanced.
You just go live by the equator, and then it's pretty balanced.
Yeah, it's true.
But I'm so sick of hearing people just like, well, I don't like the cold. It's like, you're fucking such a lying piece. Or I don't like the heat. I meant you're such a lying piece of shit. Like, the humidity, I just couldn't deal with it. It's like, you're a fucking, I hate you. And I hear it every fucking day. Every construction worker ever says that. Oh, I couldn't live there. I couldn't deal with the heat. It's like, you're such a piece of shit. I think you're just lying to yourself because you're stuck in this horrible fucking state you're working in, and you're just going to continue saying that, oh, I just can't deal with the heat.
Yeah.
It's like, you're such a lying piece of shit. Like, there is no way. It is not more unbearable to be in 100-degree weather than it is 0-degree weather. Go fuck yourself. It is way more pleasant to wear a t-shirt and shorts around and fucking sweat. Sweating is great. It's healthy for you. You sweat, you drink more water, you're more outdoors, you're moving more, your body's not all fucking tensed up all the fucking time. You're such a lying piece of shit. I hate all of you. And it is the most common argument in the construction worker realm. Is just, oh, I like the cold. It's easier to bundle up.
It's fucking
go fuck yourself.
Miserable.
Vince is the king of that argument. Vince, oh, I couldn't live in Florida. It's just too fucking hot. It's like, okay, whatever. Go freeze your ass off all winter and act like you're not cold.
Yeah, I'm willing to try the heat.
It's like that fucking Bill Burr skit's like one of my favorite. I so agree with everything he's saying. And just like the guy that wears the shorts out in the wintertime with flip flops and just like, oh, my legs don't get cold. It's like, because women think they're going to mate with you because you can deal with cold weather. Like, fucking.
Yeah. Well, 2022.
We're still in the 70s.
Yes, we are.
We've got to do a new year still in the 70s.
It's going to be a weird year.
It is kind of crazy that we've done 77 episodes. That's actually pretty nutty to really think about.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
This is a lot of episodes. Jesus.
Well, are we wrapping her up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I have to go outside.
Okay. Doesn't sound like a good time to be outside, but okay.
It's not. It's a whole process. It takes you take your clothes off at the end of the workday, and there's a giant pile of clothes there that's as tall as you are. And you're like, fuck. I just took off 50 pounds of clothing. It's fun. It's real awesome. Do you want to wear 50 pounds of clothing? Call 1-800-VISIT-MD.
Okay, we love you guys. Episode 77 in the books. Till next time. Bye.
A lot of dudes, just some undercover actress. I don't fall for it, I'm privy to all your tactics. Yeah, so try again, this time take a vitamin. Yeah, invite them in, welcome to the lion's den. And I'm Mufasa, big boss in charge of. Coming in like a bull, you see me raising the stock up, yeah. So baby, you gon' need some patience. I already won, now I'm just making a statement, Damn, baby, why your mans keep hating? You asking about the cake, you here for the celebrations? And I ain't fishing, I ain't really into baiting. I know they all wish I take away they maiden, but sorry I'm taking me and my lady mating. She look me in the eyes and tell me how much she loving on my confidence, yeah. It really shouldn't be no arguments, cause you're now viewing the greatest of all time. Saying I can't get better, I promise they all lying on my confidence. Yeah, that's right. Look, I think it's time you start using your common sense. Everybody watch out, cause the bomb is lit. I got that confidence, that's right. Confidence, yeah, confidence. That's me, hold up, yeah. I'm sorry if I stutter, yeah. My brain move a little faster than others, yeah. I even keep a close eye on my brothers, cause sometimes it's your blood that turn into blood suckers, yeah. And I'm on a big mission. My whole team got a plate up in the kitchen, yeah. I'm talking everything, I make all the fixings, yeah. They come a long way from where they come up missing. I blame it on my confidence, yeah. Promise I'm really this astonishing. And yeah, you're now viewing the greatest of all time. No need for thank yous, the pleasure is all mine. That's my confidence, yeah, that's right. No downplaying my accomplishments. You call me arrogant, I take it as a